What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How are you doing today? Sorry, I tipped over my stand and it fell over. All right, sorry I've been gone for a little bit. Let's see. Friday, I was feeling terrible. I had a massive headache and I had to sleep it off and everything. And then Monday, we had a fetal echo for the new one. So I had to take my pregnant wife up to get the fetal echo done. Everything's good with the kid, fortunately, wonderfully. But we had to go do that, and it was at like 9, and I was like, I don't want to get up early, do a show, and then try and like cut it short because I have to do this thing. So I decided not to do a show. So yeah, that's what happened the last couple days. Um, Sorry, hold on. But yeah, it's been a yeah. I don't know what was going on with me on Friday, but I was just I felt terrible. My mouth, or not my mouth, my head was killing me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna call it a day and not do a show tomorrow. And yeah, so that's what happened. And then, like I said, yesterday I had to do that echo thing, and I was like, man, it just would have been too much of a pain in the ass to try and like get that done simultaneously trying to go and get ready and get the fetal. It wasn't fair to my wife. She'd have to get her daughter ready and everything. So I said to, hey, I'll go and help out. So that's what I did. Anyway, so what we're going to talk about today is N3on being banned from the UFC for threatening Donald Trump. Okay, let's be honest. He wasn't really. No one felt like a real threat to N3on, like because he's like tiny and weak. But the Secret Service has to take things like this very seriously. And if you don't know, Trump has Secret Service. He's a former president. He has Secret Service still. And so they'll go and, like if you go to Mar-a-Lago for like some event, even if he's not there, they'll have to still check you out and everything like that. You got to get a background check, et cetera, et cetera. So, I wouldn't really constitute what N3on said as a threat, but they have to take, everything seriously. And Dana White I doubt he even considers N3on an actual threat. But what he didn't want is have a massive event with the president or former president, soon to be probably, hopefully, president again, having to deal with some skinny Indian dude who, if the wind blows, he'll like take off. He probably didn't want to have a special guest, Donald Trump, having to deal with that. So he just banned N3on from the stadium because all N3on does is talk a bunch of shit and then he gets his ass kicked in real life. That's really true. Um, so, but yeah, so him and Sneeko were prevented from entering the UFC. And then yesterday, N3on put out a clip apologizing to Dana White and Donald Trump. So watch that. And after that, we're going to look at Nick Naryersina, lying about Fresh and Fit. He went into mommy daddy talk and apparently lied a bunch about Fresh and Fit. So we're going to watch his clip. Watch when he was at Fresh and Fit. We'll watch that. And then we'll watch him on Mommy and Daddy Talk, which is a weird name for a podcast, but it's very successful. Who am I to judge? And then and then we'll watch Myron's response to all this. Because I think it was mostly directed at Myron. And it's funny because like Myron Fresh basically called what was going to happen, and they came out being right. So I don't understand why you felt the need to lie about them, but I mean, whatever to get the clout, I guess. All right. So let's get into this. Let's check out the N3on thing. So here's what got him banned.
Is I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna talk my shit to Trump, and then it's gonna be a very good experience. And I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't care if the Secret Service is there. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk shit. So
N3on's not allowed in.
What?
They dropped your name specifically.
Huh?
They just dropped your name specifically, bro. They said N3on is not allowed in.
In the stadium?
Yes.
What?
Perfect. Thank you.
What the hell?
I'm not allowed
Bro,
in the
you specifically. So now I need to talk to them about refunding the damn money.
Hold on, no. There's no fucking way.
No, you stay your ass in the car.
Is I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna talk my shit to Trump, and then it's gonna be a very good experience. And I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't care if the Secret Service is there. I don't give a fuck.
So yeah, that's what happened. They're gonna walk up. I'm gonna talk my shit, and I don't care. And like even so that's a problem with the so yeah, he's like, oh, I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't care what Trump says. I don't care about the Secret Service. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. And it's like, what, dude? Like, look, Secret Service. It like I said, Secret Service takes everything seriously. They have to. That's the job. And so yeah, they have it. They're gonna protect it and everything. Again, no one's really terrified of N3on. No one is really scared of him. And it's kind of funny, honestly. Sorry. But yeah, no one's really truly scared of N3on. But they gotta take everything seriously. Going up to Trump, talking shit, blah 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 blah. No one gives a shit. But it was really Dana White who banned N3on. And like this clip here, I got the clip right here. It says, Dana White cooks N3on for threatening Donald Trump. He wasn't really threatening Donald Trump. I don't even think anyone would consider this an actual threat from N3on. No one really considers, he's gonna talk his shit as a threat. What everyone, what Dana White's doing is like, look, he's gonna try and come up and get some clout, cause some issues here. To the celebrity guest Donald Trump, the president, former president, soon to be president, and everything. I'm just gonna ban him for the stadium. So one, he gets his, he doesn't get his clout, and two, my guest here doesn't, my guest Donald Trump doesn't have to deal with this dumbass, this skinny little Indian kid. So let's hear what Dana White has to say about it.
There's a popular streamer online called N3on, and he said he was banned from the arena tonight, specifically by.
He said he was banned from the arena? No, what happened is he said some stupid shit on Instagram, and he bought tickets so he wasn't anywhere close. When you start saying stupid shit like that, yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here, making threats and talking dumb shit, looking for clout.
I believe he said he was going to.
I don't care what he said.
I think he said he's going to confront Donald Trump.
I don't care what he said. Did he?
Well, he wasn't able to.
He's just fucking tall, too. You know that? Fucking punk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dana, you're right.
So yeah. Look, Dana White's not terrified of N3on. He wasn't worried about N3on talking his shit. He just didn't want the hassle in his fucking stadium. He just didn't want hassle. Simple as that. He's like, dude, I want to deal with this. I don't want my guests to deal with this. Just a famous man. I don't want him to have to deal with some short little Indian skinny dude that is 180 pounds soaking wet. Well, that's not true. 125 pounds soaking wet. He doesn't he's like, I don't want to deal with this, so I'm just gonna make sure he can't come in and move on and enjoy my event. That's all that really, that's the reason why Dana White just didn't want N3on in. He's like, this kid's an idiot. I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with him, so I'm just gonna not deal with him. And then yesterday, like I said, N3on gets on clip. I don't know if it was X or Twitter, whatever, and apologizes. So let's listen to his apology.
I want to sincerely apologize. I didn't mean anything I said, and it should have never come out of my mouth in the first place. And I take ownership. That was the first time it was like 3 a.m. I literally went down at Red Rock, and he called me down, and I face-to-face apologized to him like a man, and it was really good, and he accepted it. And yeah, that was the first time I've ever had to apologize to someone in person, and it made me realize that, you know, I'm not this big fucking tough guy. I'm a loser, and I got to realize it, you know? And he didn't have to accept my apology or whatever. He could have just said, fuck me to my face and whatever. I want to sincerely apologize. I didn't mean anything I said, and
All right. So he wants to apologize. He didn't mean what he said, and he's got to realize that he's not a big tough guy. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find something because this isn't the first time N3on has caused people to get kicked out. So I'm just looking for it. Sorry. Let's see if I can find a clip. Because like him and Sneeko did a stream, and they were going to go to a shooting range. And there it is. Okay, let's see if I can find this him saying this. So, N3on was gonna do a stream with Myron. They were gonna shoot some guns.
Looks like Halo.
Yeah.
So we went to this range.
Hello. What's up, fellas? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Good, man. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Myron. Pleasure. I see that you guys said like no firearms in the facility or whatever. You guys have like a lockbox or something? You can put it okay. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Oh, was he? Yeah. So today we just put in there. Do you know N3on? Just keep it in the full range. Carries it everywhere. You have to pull it.
Yeah, lock them together. Yeah, a little back. Yeah, and then you want.
Yeah. That's what everybody says. Like, you're taller than I thought.
Did you guys see the packages online? What's up,
No.
brother?
Hey, Leech.
I'm the leech. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Pleasure to meet you.
You're fucking tall.
I know. That's what everybody says. Like, you're taller than I thought.
Yeah.
Well, we're filling out the waivers. Yeah.
It's like shit.
I purposely put my chair. It's ammunition, man. Hey, bro. I've been.
All right, okay, wait. Yeah, brother, here, just scan this QR code right here. Waiver? Yeah. So what would happen if I shoot everyone here? Go to jail.
Okay. All right. So if you heard that, hold on. Let me back that up.
This place smells like shit.
I purposely put my chair. It's ammunition, man.
Get some big tits.
Hey, bro. I've been.
All right. Okay, wait. Yeah, brother, here, just scan this little QR code right here. Waiver? Yeah. So what would happen if I just shoot everyone here?
All right. So look, again, this is N3on. He's not really serious about like, you know, shooting everyone up and shit. But you'll see what happens when you say some dumb shit like that.
You really want me to shoot an AK that
Excuse
bad?
me, sir. Can we also ask?
And, bro,
All right, is there another range we can go to? What it is now?
It's disgusting. Thank you, bro.
no problem.
Thank
you, man.
I'll get the shotgun pump action.
Hey, man.
Then let me get the P90.
It's fine for me.
Come on, man. You have shots in 3.
26 or 17. And then I'll also do it.
Well, what did you get? You got a fucking Glock? What else?
I got the.
Exactly. And we got N3on here, 3 Muslims.
All right, grab me an AK. Then came back here.
He stands gay. What the fuck? You just gonna take that from him?
Actually, don't take life serious.
And he hasn't shot a gun since 2020. Wait, tell him your path.
Never did a drug in my life.
Well, yeah, this is N3on. You can tell he's some short, skinny.
But,
dumbass a little.
Okay, I really want to go to the
No. You shot anyone?
Being false.
I see you fucked up.
Bro, that is
You shot great.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
So who's the charger?
Him.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want brother. So unfortunately, man, based on we're not going to be able to go in the range today and shoot. Okay, based on whatever the case was. But however, if you guys want to redo this another day or whatever the case is, we're not going to be able to shoot today. Okay, that's what it is.
Wait, why?
Excuse me.
Like, why? Like,
Just it's not going to work out today. That's why.
Oh, I thought we called ahead of time, no?
No idea. I didn't speak to you.
All right, so here we go. We see him getting kicked out once again for saying some dumb shit. So this isn't the first time N3on's done dumb shit and said dumb shit, so it's not going to be the last. So we shouldn't really be surprised. One more thing I want to do real quick, but anyways, they ended up getting kicked out, and they were like, yeah, and they all agreed, like, yeah, this is probably why. Let's see. And then one more thing, just real quick. So N3on says, I got to realize I'm not that big of a tough guy. Well,
Got his ass lacking. Come on, bro.
this is N3on. He gets jumped by a couple dudes. They take his shoes and everything.
Got his ass lacking.
And for background, this happens not too long after he goes on stream and he's like, I'll beat anyone up. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. I'm super tough. Blah, 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 blah. So.
Hey, what size y'all want? Look at his shirt. Ripped all type of stuff, boy. You know not to come around here talking like that. Yeah. Hey, hey. Oh, we on his ass. Come on, bro. Take his glasses off. How much they gonna sell for? Come on, bro. YouTube money. We taking all of that. Hey, and we keeping your phone, boy. We taking the video right on your phone.
You a bitch, right? I'm not playing with you.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah, you a
So yeah. So it's not like uncommon for him to be talking a bunch of shit, and then it ends up blowing up in his face every time, as we can see. But anyways, there we go. That's the backstory on N3on and his dumbassery. He's 19. You can tell he's never actually had like a deal, like doesn't really, he hasn't really had to deal with like normal people. So he gets on the the keyboard warrior crap. Talks a bunch of shit, and then it turns out bad for him, which is hilarious to me, honestly. Just me personally. But all right, so we're done with N3on. We're finished. Now we're going to go over to Nick Naryersina, however you say his fucking name. I don't care. So this is him on Fresh and Fit, and they're talking to him about his girlfriend. His girlfriend, well, his ex-girlfriend now, but at the time, his girlfriend at this video, his girlfriend was Sky Bree. She's a porn star, like a big old porn star. So let's listen to him and Myron discussing it. I believe this is the clip, the time they start talking about it. So here we go. That was.
She does OnlyFans. She used to do a little bit more. Her and I met. Do you guys what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. I'll tell you guys. But her and I met at a shoot. I've never been too into that scene. And we hit it off. We went through a lot together, on and off. It wasn't perfect at first. We talked for a little bit. Honestly, like she blocked me for like 2 months and then came back and we were on and off. And
God, she blocked you.
Yeah, well, she saw me out. There was one night I was out after a shoot with she saw a bunch of girls at the table, and it's funny because a lot of people have their opinion on this girl, but she's an amazing girl, bro. And I know you have your opinions and everything we talked before the show, but this is an amazing girl. We actually have similar values when we're dating someone. It's just it's us two.
Did she apologize for blocking you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she did.
Because you can make the argument like, yo, you were doing worse on camera and I gave you a chance.
That's true.
Yeah, well, every time when we were talking, she stopped. She gave it up. We stopped talking for a while. And then she came back and she was in a different country and she flew across the country. She's in a very dark place. I was in a very dark place too. I was in between, like I had nothing going for me. I didn't have a channel. I had nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm 26 years old, no money. And we kind of just were there for each other. She quit everything for me. Everything.
And then it turns well, she says that, but it turns out she was actually still doing OnlyFans. So she didn't really quit everything.
I see every comment in the book. I've seen everything there possibly could be, and I think it would affect me if it was true. You hear cuck, you hear this, you hear that. Like for me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck because it's not true. She gave up everything for me, and this girl is loyal to me. She, you guys have your opinions on what a girl should be. I've watched the show a little bit. everything you guys say that a girlfriend should be, should be loyal, should root for you, should support you, should ride for you, everything.
Yeah.
That's what she is
She
for
does all
me.
that.
I get what you guys are saying. This girl, she has a past. Yeah, I get that. I'm not gonna come on here and say, oh, I'm cool with that. I wasn't cool with that. You know, like that was very hard for me. I don't actually support porn at all. I don't support OnlyFans. I don't watch porn. Before there's
he kind of does, considering it's with the girl. He kind of supports her. Not like actual sport, but like she ends up still being on OnlyFans. He's talking all this, but she ends up being on OnlyFans, and he's like, I don't support it. Well, I'm okay with her doing it. Like,
there's a video, I think it's even on Bradley Martin's channel. Someone asked me about. I didn't jerk off for 6 months. I didn't watch porn before I was in a really. I don't now, but I don't need to. But before that, it's just that those are not my morals. But I think in a relationship, I don't know how you feel, ladies, but I do think a man leads the way in a relationship. She knows how I feel. She knows what goes for me. Go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you tell her to stop, or did she stop automatically?
So she came to me. I'm gonna be real with you. She told me, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. It was destroying. It was hard for her. It was very hard for her. She was in a very dark place. I don't want to talk too much on her shit, but
Right.
the first 2 weeks we started talking again. I lived in Orange County. She lived in LA. She told me this. I drove every day from OC to LA, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but she would like literally be in my arms, being like I regret all this. I wish I didn't do this.
Yeah, understandable.
She's so yeah. What was the question?
No,
dude, this guy can't. He stutters more than fucking fresh on this thing. Goddamn. Like, and you can tell by his voice, he's a very passive guy. It's kind of obvious, and it turns out she bullies the shit out of him. Like, she really does. She kind of owns his ass and does whatever she wants. Like, they've broken up, but they're still living together, and she still like shits on him, I guess, or something like that. We'll look at this next podcast after we finish up here.
I just want to know who.
Yeah.
initiated that.
And I told her,
choice.
I was like, we had a lot of time leading up to this. We met way before we actually started dating. I remember the day I was with her. I was like, I love you. Like, I really love you and care about you. It was very hard for me. I never opened up for her the whole time we talked.
Wait, you guys been together 6 months?
We've been together 6 months, but before that, we knew each other probably another 6 months.
So you've known each other for a total of a year?
About a year.
Okay.
About a year.
All right.
But I was on and off.
And you love her in 6 months.
I do. I love her. I love this.
You
girl.
knew it was real.
I know it's real. I really, really do. I think you know. Yeah, I told her. I told her. I was like, look, like, I don't know. I know you don't want to do it. I know you have all these thoughts, but I was like, I can't do it. Like, that's just not something that. But when
I was listening to this, I didn't believe any of this for a second. I didn't believe what he was saying for a second. I think he's like, oh, this chick's hot. She's OnlyFans girl. I'm totally gonna, fuck her. And like this guy just is, simp behavior. His voice is all super passive.
In the first bit of we talking, that shit is hard for me. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But
I got a question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What's the most challenging obstacle dating a famous former porn star?
So that's just not easy, bro.
It's not like she's a regular one.
Yeah.
And I think everyone in the chat knows who she is. They're all spamming her name, but what's the most challenging thing? Because if it's one thing if you date a girl that's like unknown and like she went to OnlyFans for a bit and she quit, but to date someone that was like legitimately like a famous porn star, like what's do you think is the most challenging obstacle or obstacles? There might be more than one.
Yeah. I think at first, I'm a protective guy. Like, this is my girl. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want any other guy talking to her, flirting with her. I think even like in the fact knowing like that's.
And again, I'm gonna keep pointing this out, but also again, she's doing OnlyFans while he's saying all this
out there. That makes me upset.
Yeah.
Makes me mad. That hurts me. I don't want any girl or any guy doing anything with my girl.
Yeah.
Any man would feel that way.
I'm not coming on here and saying like I'm for that. I'm not ashamed to tell you guys that.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. But I got to know this girl more and more, and she's an incredible girl. She's the sweetest girl I've met. She's the smartest girl I've met. And I think everyone deserves a second chance. And it was hard for me, but I got to a point where we're a couple months in a relationship, and I had to ask myself, like, is this what I want? And if it is, I can't look back. I have to accept it. And I accepted it. And this girl is the most loyal. Everything I'd ever want in a relationship, anything I'd want in the future with a girl, this girl has. She's incredible. She's there to take care of me when I come back from my long trips and I'm exhausted. She supports me with everything I do. She ride or die. We have no place to stay in LA. We gave up our place. When we come to LA, she hosts all the guys, my whole team, my producer, everything. Like she supports everything I'm doing, and we're doing really well, and we're succeeding more and more every day. And she's there riding by my side. And I think all of that is that's what I want. And her and I have great chemistry. I have a lot of fun. This is an amazing girl.
All right. Well, I mean, me and you talked kind of off air, so I'm not going to bring all the things up. I disagree.
I'm cool to talk about it.
Yeah. I disagree with giving a girl a second chance. I genuinely think that once girls make certain decisions, they're blacklisted for life.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
That might be true. And I do think there are some things you can't come back from, and you should never do this, but I did. And that's that.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's where me and you disagree.
That's that.
Well, where you think second chances are appropriate, and I could see how people come to that. But me, I think there's certain behaviors that if a woman exhibits it, she disqualifies herself for life from a serious relationship. And then given like the caliber of like, she wasn't just like doing that; she's like huge, in the industry. So for me, it would be a big no. But everyone's different, man. Everyone tolerates different things.
I'm not saying it wasn't tough.
Yeah,
it was tough.
I would imagine.
He's a strong man.
Yeah, you have
No,
to be
he's
strong.
not.
There's a lot of things.
You gotta be strong.
Look, he's not a strong man. He's a weak guy. Stupid Russian or whatever she was. He's a strong man. No, he's not a strong man. He's a weak guy. He really can't stand up for himself. You can tell in his voice. Like this entire time, he's talking a very passive voice. And Myron's being nice to him. And, you can see that during the pod. No, it doesn't take a strong man to let to give a chick who did porn a chance. Your guy who doesn't really understand his value that gives a porn star a chance.
Beyonce and Jay-Z had this situation.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
That's different.
No, they didn't.
This might be a one of a kind situation, and that's why you can't listen to anybody. Yeah, sure, you can take your friends' opinions in and everything, and there's the whole internet. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to myself, and like I think you guys would agree with.
Again, it's funny listening to all this because again, like 2 weeks after they break up, him and Skybree break up. Like he's saying all this. And 2 weeks later, him and Skybree break up, and they fucking called it. And he's saying all this stuff, and it's really fucking funny to watch. It takes strong man to do this. No, it doesn't. It takes a weak guy. It takes a weak guy to do this. Every porn star that gets into a relationship after doing porn or anything ends up fucking miserable. Every one. I can't think of a single porn star really that's happy. In their relationship, unless there are a few. I just can't think of them because I don't really go that deep into it. So it's such bullshit.
This is it very, very hard to find someone who is loyal to, that you love, that you see eye to eye, you can take on life with in this world today, in this society today. It's very tough, wouldn't you say?
In general, yes, but I would say
okay, that's fine. In general, I think I found a girl who I enjoy to take life on with, and I think
seems to me like you found somebody that you can, I want to say, be with, that actually helps you with your goals.
Yes,
and ultimately you made a choice for yourself as a man. Now, I'm not going to argue that part, but us, for what we know from dating experience, we just know that sometimes the past does matter. Actually, I would say all the time.
It does matter.
And it actually will hurt you on some level.
And also, you're a lover boy, bro. So, like, I don't know, man. I think she got the wool over your eyes a little bit, if I'm going to be all the way a million. And I think, like, you being a lover boy and being that romantic, Like you're seeing things in her that might not necessarily be there in full HD, but you see it that way, and you're operating from an idealistic lens versus a realistic lens.
I think it makes me more.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
And what I've come to realize is that girls that come from certain backgrounds are very good at putting out a certain persona to attract the man, and then the claws really sink into you after they got you married or after you guys are cohabitating or whatever. And you might see the other side, because once a girl gets in a certain industry or certain background, there's certain traumas that exist in them that won't rear their ugly head until there's altercation or conflict, and it might come and you might not expect it. And I think you being an idealistic guy, being a lover boy, being pure-hearted, you see the good in her, but you might not see the dark side because you haven't seen it yet. And I mean, I'm not hoping for anything. I hope it works out. But girls that come from that industry, bro, they have demons that they're fighting all the time, and it's very difficult for them to get them out.
I agree. And you know what? To answer that, time will tell. But
time will tell.
And as a lover boy,
2 weeks will tell. Honestly, 2 weeks will tell.
I've done a lot of growing up. I know who I am. I've been through this. I've met a lot of girls, met a lot of people. I think it does make me more understanding. It makes me more understanding and more patient.
We had this discussion with N3on, and I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I'm speaking from experience and also from law enforcement background, where I would interview people that were extremely manipulative and extremely conniving and cunning, and would be able to sell, a certain persona, people that are sociopaths, etc. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, women that are involved in sex work typically always score very high in all these traits, and they're able to sell a dream or a persona to a guy that might not be aware.
And I think you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I've met a lot of people in this industry. This is just a certain situation. She's different. And I know you, if I were you and I was listening to me, I would think the same thing that you're saying. I'd be like, this is crazy. I could never do it.
A little healthy skepticism, right?
So she's your soulmate.
She's my soulmate.
Yeah, that's right.
Ladies in here, real quick. Question for you. Would you?
All right, there we go. Yeah, she's my soulmate. And then what happened 2 weeks later? She's no longer soulmate. Oh, that's funny. She's your soulmate. Is she? I don't think she really is. That was funny. She is soulmate. No, she's not. All right. Moving on. Let's check this out. So this is the pod. I will rewind it because apparently, I don't know. I rewind it just a little bit. This was from 5 days ago, December 14th. So let's check this out.
Like, let's crush this YouTube thing. Like, we'll help each other with whatever.
But if like tomorrow she's like, "Hey, this is my new boyfriend," would you feel the same way?
I think I'd have to. I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Maybe that will happen one day. And if she's really happy and genuinely happy, I'll be happy for her. I think we're both in a very similar place right now. We don't want that. We want to, like, while we're still like, in our 20s, want to like kill it and do as much as we can. And maybe there will be a time one day where, I have to.
Yeah, I feel like you guys will come back together. I don't think it's 2 months, but I think maybe 2 years.
See, she's on the same time.
But I think 2 months is way too.
There's something so much better about where we are right now that, like,
There's something I know in my head about you that I know you're gonna end up back with her in a little bit.
Why?
It's just
What do you know?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
It's what you said
What is
earlier, bro.
it?
I just know how hard it is. She lives in that
Oh,
bitch.
I live there.
So, anyways, that's Skybree. That's his ex. So let's listen to what he says about Fresh and Fit.
So did Fresh and Fit change your mind? Did they f you up?
Bro.
Because that was a top comment. That was a top comment on the pod when they realized, look what happened.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that played any part.
Do you ever like think back to anything?
Look, let's be honest. She broke up with him. Like, he didn't break up with her, so it didn't really change his mind because he didn't break up with her. She broke up with him.
That they said?
No, I don't agree.
Yo, you paused a little too long.
Right.
No, I'm really.
thinking
No,
about
I
gotta
it.
think about
I
it.
think it's something to think about. I have to run through. Nah.
Scott,
Yes.
what'd you think from the outside perspective, him going on that pod and hearing that kind of stuff? How'd that make you feel?
I mean, he stood up.
I mean, she broke up with him like 2 weeks later, so apparently she didn't think very much of him.
For me,
He did.
like pretty much the whole podcast. So, I mean, after the fact, I was like, well, did they like kind of like plant a seed in your head?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think what they
But-
say is necessarily wrong about certain situations. I just don't think it applied to us. Like
Yeah,
she
honestly, our relationship and the whole dynamic, people can give their opinion on it, but at the end of the day, you don't know what you would do in the situation if you've never been in it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we have a
I mean, yeah, I would know. I wouldn't date a porn star no matter how hot she was. I'd fuck her a bunch, but I wouldn't date her. She wouldn't be my girl. This isn't a really big brainer here. I don't care what story she's told me. Like, oh, I feel so terrible. Blah blah blah. Oh, it sucks to be you. You laid your you made your bed lying in it. Now, this could be the fact that I'm older too. I'm only a couple years younger than Myron, so I don't know how old Nick is. Let's see. He's 33. Oh, he's 33 years old? Okay. Well, maybe I'm not. I guess I'm not older than him. I don't know. Whatever.
very special circumstance that majority 99.9% will never experience. So
Extremely
it's
rare.
easy for people to give their opinion, but like they've never lived it.
Yeah,
I
of
can,
course.
No, it's easy for us to give our opinion because we've seen time and time again how much getting with a porn star ends up failing and ends up not actually turning out well. So, we can give our opinion because we've seen it happen time and time again. That's why we're able to give our opinion on this stuff. Because every single time it happens, guess what? Doesn't end well. It is what it is. Like, you can't get mad about it. But yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. Oh, you can't really give your opinion. You're not in it. I don't really need to be in it to give my opinion. And considering 2 weeks later they end up breaking up, it's kind of kind of proves everyone correctly. All right, let's continue.
They don't know.
I can understand where, Fresh, Myron, where they're coming from. So that's why, I was able to keep my cool and I wasn't able to I didn't get really upset or mad.
You were able to keep your cool because you're a bitch. And if he talked any type of wild way to Myron, he just slapped the shit out of you. Like, this guy's trying to act like, oh yeah, I kept my cool. It's really cool about it. No, it's because he would have slapped the shit out of you.
Understand. That's just not how her and I are. The first thing that Myron says to me when I get there, he's like, you're a nice guy, but your girl's a. And I said, yeah, it was really disrespectful.
Off camera.
It's not really that disrespectful considering he said it in front of it to you, to your face, and he didn't put it on camera. He just said it the second he's like, your girl's a whore, and she is. She's a porn star. Ergo, she's a whore. And clearly, Nick wasn't that disrespected because he stayed on and continued on with the pod.
And I said, bro, why the f would you say that to me? I think he got really surprised that I talked back.
Oh, bullshit. No. I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe for a second he talked back to Myron. No. Look. I don't think anyone believes that he talked back to Myron, too, especially while, on the pod, he has a very passive speaking voice. He was very passive the entire time. So I don't believe for a second he said, bro, that's fucked up. He didn't stand up to Myron at all. That's complete and utter bullshit.
I was like,
dude, no, dude, this guy's just a bitch. He's a bitch. There's no way you stand up to Myron and try and be like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? And Myron was surprised. That's bullshit. This guy's lying.
I was like, I'm gonna let that go because you just don't understand.
I'm surprised you did the pod with him after he said that.
Because he didn't actually do it. He didn't Myron did say, yo, your girl's a whore. And Nick just took it. That's why he still did the pod, because he took it. Like, come on.
Here's my thing. I think if someone, if someone that's gonna call you out about all these different things, all these little things, that's how I feel as a man. Like, I want to go and show up and I'm going to say how I feel. I get that, it might not be the popular opinion. And a lot of people really just don't understand. Like, we were very loyal to each other. We were there.
Yeah, she was loyal.
Through so much.
Dude, buddy, you were loyal.
Together. She was in a place where she wanted to change. And I said to Myron, I was like, if you met her, I don't think you would say that. I think if you got to know her,
No, he would still say that. Look, don't. This guy's act like he's away from Myron. He's all acting all tough now. He's like, oh, I said this, you know. I don't think you would say that if you got to know her. No, he'd probably call her a bigger whore the more he got to know her. And she is a whore. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is.
That, you know, she wants to change. She wants to be better. I don't agree with, you know, everything about that, but I was like, I think as a man, you should never be disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's a disrespectful thing to say.
What did he say that?
It's an honest thing to say. Your wife's a whore.
What?
Do you remember what he said to that? His response?
He's like, okay, like, well, we won't grill you on it, but you know, I was like, okay.
Okay. And that was right before the pod.
Again. Nick didn't say shit. Okay? Again, Nick didn't say shit. Let's not try to get fooled here. He didn't say anything. He just took it like he normally does.
Right before the pod. And I was so he asked, I had all my guys with me. You know, they come to everything with me. We're a close-knit group. And he's just like, they gotta leave, man. They all gotta leave. They all got, and we were all like, what? And I was like, he's like, people steal ideas for filming that. I'm like, all right. Like, I was really polite. I was like, if that's what I said, this is what does. If that's what you want, bro, I'm gonna respect
steal
you.
Ideas of
What is there to steal?
He said like
It's all public. It's live streamed.
He said people in the
No, it was a safety issue. Myron addresses this all, and we'll see the clip. But God, this guy is just such a goddamn snake, and it irritates the shit out of me.
past will steal like equipment ideas or something. I was like,
the way it's set up.
Yeah. I was like, you know, I was very polite. I was like, if that's what you want, bro, I'm in your area. I'll be solo here. I don't know if they make you uncomfortable or whatever. I was like, I'll ask him to leave. I asked him to leave. I was very polite. And then he still said that thing after about her. I was like, bro, what? So they asked me to come back on. They're like, we need you back on. We need you back on.
After my pod.
After your pod.
Yeah.
I didn't even respond. I was like,
they didn't say we need you back on. They probably like, do you want to come back on after we called this shit? Let's be honest. Like they didn't message him saying we need you back on. If that's true, show the receipts, dude. Show the receipts.
Dude. Hell no.
Yeah. Isn't it weird?
I'll show up and I'm not gonna back down from all this thing. Oh, he's a cuck. Like, it's like, bro, she quit everything for me.
Who said you're a cuck?
That's like a lot of the comments.
How are you a cuck?
Exactly. They say it because they think she's. I don't know if people think she's doing porn or did porn while we were together.
Because I did it.
But being
I
a
think
cuck
that
is someone
makes
that likes to watch.
Yeah,
it
people.
happen.
Yeah.
I don't think people even.
Okay, so there we go. So that's Nick lying his ass off. And let's listen to Myron address it.
Pressed by Myron, apparently also threatened by his boys, and the podcast had zero effect on the breakup. Thoughts?
Yo, can we address this now,
Sure.
bro?
Go ahead, man.
Yo,
Look. You can tell Fresh is fucking pissed off. He's really pissed off because, like, normally it's like Myron who's like, can we let's address this or whatever. Fresh is like, can we address this finally?
okay, so I don't know what Nick is trying to do here. Virtual single to his girl on the podcast with Bradley Martin. But what I do know is that Nick, bro, you came to the podcast super chill, not that type of energy at all. Martin spoke to you, said, listen, bro, I don't want to roast you on air. Here's what's happening behind the scenes, just so you know my point of view, so you understand before we go on the podcast. Super nice. Myron was very respectful. He didn't come at him hard at all.
I really wish they would just Fresh and Fit would record like everything, like basically just have everything that like recorded, do the show and everything, but like have everything recorded just so they can like post it online. It's like, here's what really happened when Nick showed up to the pod, and then we'll see him not press Myron at all.
He didn't get mad at him. He said, listen, bro, you sure you want to do the podcast? Because obviously speaking, we're going to tell you the truth on the podcast. He was like, no, bro, we'll do the show, bro. No, I don't want to not do the show. Like, I'm here for the show, man. My boys are here too. Let's do the show. I got you guys. And we're like, okay, once you know, bro, this is not us we're not going to lie to you. We're going to tell you the truth. So honestly speaking, like, he came in with humble energy, very super calm, super chill. But then on Bradley Martin's podcast, came in with high energy, like, yeah, bro, like, I told him what's what. Nigga, you didn't say shit. Nigga, you were like super humble, like, oh, no. So honestly speaking, man, he's capping, bro. Hard. Capping hard.
I'll just say this, man.
Captain Planet. Or Captain Planet.
I told him what it was before. I said, hey, man, she's a whore, straight up. You know what I mean? I mean, that's literally her job, is to have sex on camera. That's how she made her money. That's the truth. That's a fact. Okay. And you know, I don't have a problem with the guy. I just told him what it was, and I told him, hey, just so you know, they're going to talk a lot of shit in the chat. You know, are you prepared for that, etc. I'm not going to go hard on you. I'm telling you what I think beforehand, because I don't want to really try to make you look crazy on air. And then another thing he mentioned was, hey, he brought his friends up, and I told them to leave. So here's the thing, guys. We've run into issues, as you guys know, with people in the back and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like having randoms in the studio that I don't know, especially guys. But we have a rule. Even girls, I tell them you got to wait downstairs. If I don't know you, I don't really like having people in the studio that I don't know. That's number one. Because we had that issue with Asian Doll, where, to be honest with y'all,
could have been really.
It could have been really fucking bad for them. Because he tried to say, "Oh, chill, bro, blah blah blah." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's how it's gonna be." I went into the other room. I went and got my Glock 19, and I was ready for it, because I was like, "Y'all gonna get the fuck out of here," but they left, right? So just to not deal with headaches, you know, I just don't like having.
So again, we hear this from Myron himself. It's just a safety issue, and it's so we don't have to deal with problems. That's all it is. It's the same thing with N3on at the UFC. Dana White's not really afraid of N3on. He just doesn't want the headache of having him there. Same thing. Myron's not afraid of Nick's crew. He just doesn't want to deal with the headache there. If something goes a little too far or whatever, and his team feels the need to defend their boy, they're not going to have any issues. That's all it is.
Randoms here in the studio. I just don't like it. He had brought 3 guys with him. I don't know them. I was like, nah, man, they got to go downstairs.
And then after
I was nice about it, and I was respectful. Like, I wasn't like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, nah, man, they just can't be here, bro. Like, and I told Nick this on the side. I was like, yo, just have them wait for you downstairs. It is what it is. And then as far as the Sky thing, I addressed that one. I just told him what it was about her. It was fine. And then, damn it, what was the other thing?
And then after the show, he was super happy. Like, you know what, bro? Thank you for letting me be on the show. It was great. I learned a lot, blah, blah, blah. And what does he do? Go downstairs and calls his girl right away. Hey, babe, you know what I mean? What I said, blah, blah, blah. Yo, bro, this is funny, right? Because, like, he says one thing on the podcast and then is capping for his girl after. But, bro, you were, like, legit in your feelings on the podcast.
Well, not only that, I mean, I called it, man. Like, they broke up like a week later.
Yeah, and you called it.
I literally told him, I was like, bro, like, yo, you don't wife up girls like that. It's going to be an
I
hell.
said, bro, let's do another show and just talk about it as men here on the podcast. And you said, oh, I curved them. Nigga, we called it. But you know what it is? He's upset because we called it.
Yeah, I told him it wasn't going to last, man. I mean, I've been telling, here's the thing. Not just him. I said this since we started this podcast. Don't wife up sex workers. So not only did he wife up a sex worker, he wifed up a sex worker at the highest level. This chick is legitimately a porn star on Pornhub, like doing all kinds of sex scenes. And he's admitted that, like, it bothers him when he sees the scenes and everything else like that. It's like, bro, why would you put yourself in a precarious situation dating a girl like that? And then when people tell you the truth about, yo, she's literally a whore, it's the truth. She's a professional whore. That's what she does. That's how she made a bunch of her money, right? That's why she's mentally unstable and she has all these issues. Like, it is what it is. And then, just like I said,
she's constantly bitching him on camera, live. By the way, either he's the biggest simp in the world or he's smart about marketing. I don't know what he's trying to do here, but like either way, bro, it's still an L.
It's an L. Like, you can't claim a girl like that. And then I called it. Not even like 2 weeks later, they broke up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, bro, like, and this isn't me like shitting on him or anything like that. This is a lesson for the guys out there, because there's a lot of young, impressionable guys that think it's okay and appropriate to take women seriously that do this type of shit. And the answer is no, a profound no. You don't wife girls like that up, bro. They will literally ruin. Like, and here's the other thing too. Like, now she makes him look crazy. He's the guy. Now they don't know him by Nick Naryersina. They know him as the guy that wifed up a porn star. Yeah. That's what's gonna follow him for the rest of his internet career. They're always gonna roast him about it. And it's like, and then now literally as a roommate, like, bro,
you know what?
We were super respectful. Yeah. All I told him was the truth. That, yo, she's a whore. I didn't call her a whore on camera. I told him that to his face behind the scenes.
Yeah, privately.
Okay, privately. And then for him to bring it up and make it look like I'm an asshole or whatever, like, bro, I told you what it was, and I kept it very respectful on air because I'm not here to make you look like shit on camera. But then he brings that all to light on Bradley's thing. All I did was tell the truth, and then everything I said came true. She broke up with you. Mm-hmm. It didn't last.
She made fun of you.
She made fun of you about it. She disrespecting you, making you look crazy. We didn't do nothing. Don't blame us. We're just telling you what it is.
You know what I don't like? When you come to the podcast, we show you love and respect, and you go somewhere else and talk shit about us, like we're like trying to grill you. We're not. Legit, we're not. We actually spoke to you before the show. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, just so you know the truth, we're not capping to you before we got on camera.
If we were dickheads, I would have not said anything.
Roasted you, bro.
Roasted you when the cameras came
Holy.
on. Not warn you that the chat's going to talk shit. Not say nothing.
Yeah.
And just have it is. But that's not how we do business. We don't do that. We don't do no flagrant bullshit. Bring people in. Ha ha, got you. Make you look crazy. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm a little perplexed as to why he would go on another podcast, bring this shit up. Like, there's a viable reason why I told you, yo, please have your friends go downstairs. I wasn't rude about it. I was like, bro, they can't be here. They got to go downstairs, bro. It is what it is. That's a safety situation, number one. Number two, I didn't lie about telling you what it was about your girl. She's a fucking professional porn star. It's the truth, bro. She's a whore. Then you come on. I kept it respectful. Chat is roasting you or whatever it may be. But I don't know why he felt the need to go on Bradley's shit and say that. Like,
listen, bro, stand on business, bro. You came here looking for sympathy. You didn't get it, bro. We told you the truth. It came true and it happened. Now you're salty because she left your ass, nigga.
And he still does pods with her and shit. I don't know why.
It's not our fault.
Because the dude's a simp. Like, he's a weak little simp. That's all he is, and that's why.
But you know who he actually like reminds me of? Mike Maljic. Atlanta Rhodes. The splitting copy of that nigga, bro. It's funny as fuck, bro. But hey, they got warned, and then they find out the hard way. Oh, she left me. What do you expect, bro?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these dudes. Like sticking up so hard for porn stars,
bro.
Like, bro, like what's wrong with y'all, man? Like, literally, like with Mike, with Nick, like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Have your fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your do, but bro, to wife her up, dog, and then push that out to people like, yo, this is cool to do. No, it's not. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't know, bro.
And here's the thing.
That nigga's weird to me now, bro.
Here's the thing. I told him to his face, she's a whore. Just being real. Like, I'm not gonna be a dick and be like, oh yeah, let me do this on air and try to get a react. I told him to his face in private, yo, she's a whore. It's the truth, bro. She's a nice.
Yeah, and look, you know, you might take that a little disrespectfully, but I mean, he's coming to you and saying to your face. He's not waiting online on camera to say it like, you know, get you a gotcha moment that would have gotten his pod a bunch more views or anything. He's not doing that. He's told you the face away from the cameras and everything. Like, look, your girl's a whore. This is what it is. So that's fairly respectful. And look, let's be honest. If you're dating a porn star or an OF girl or anything like that, what the hell are you thinking Myron's going to say when it comes to that subject? You know what he's going to say. So it's not really that disrespectful because you know he's going to tell you it in advance prior to you even meeting him. Not because he tells you, hey, I'm going to say this when I meet you. No, it's because he's done it every other time. And he does it to OF girls in front of their fucking faces. You think he's going to have an issue with you to say in front of your face? No. He told N3on that his chick Sam's a whore to his and her face. And like you were surprised that he would say that to your face. At least he did it in private, respectfully. Like,
nice girl, blah blah blah. That's cool. Yo, I didn't say she's a bad person. Let me make that extremely clear. I never said she was a bad person.
Yeah, exactly.
Never said that.
We never did.
But what I did say is she's definitely a whore. I mean, that's pretty self-evident. She's on Pornhub doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
And he said, "Oh, she stopped doing videos."
I don't mean shit.
No, she did it. Did she?
I don't think so.
Supposed to
Probably
Twitter?
not. She's still on OF doing crazy shit too,
bruh.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, but you know, she's been through a lot, blah blah blah. Okay, but she made that decision to do that dumb shit. Like, fast money comes with slow problems, bro. All these chicks that are porn stars always have mental issues that come down the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not natural for a woman to be having hardcore sex with some dude in front of millions of people all over the internet. It's not what it is, bro. And then any man that she deals with in the future is always gonna have to deal with her bad choices. Like, people are saying, he even admit on the thing, yeah, people send me videos of her having sex, bro. Like, it's kind of tough, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you're a fucking man. You're a human being. No guy likes to see his girl be violated like that on the internet. Nobody wants that shit. But you sit there and then look at me like I'm crazy for telling you what it is. Bro, she's a whore. It's the truth. You know, if you want to bring this shit out to light on another podcast with Bradley Martin, trying to make me look like the bad guy for telling you the fucking truth and warning you, yo, you don't want to wife girls up like that. I'm telling y'all what it is. With N3on, with him, I'm trying to help these young guys out so they don't put themselves in precarious social situations, especially when they got a fucking audience, because this shit's going to follow you. N3on, for the rest of his life, is going to always be associated with this dumbass hoe, Sam. Nick, for the rest of his life, is going to be associated with this chick, Sky Bree. Bro, you cannot escape your woman's poor decisions. So why not just avoid it altogether and not put yourself in a bad situation, man? I would try to warn them. And then what? 2 weeks later, it happens. I hate being right all the time about these chicks, man. Yo, do not commit to these women, guys. Whether she's a porn star or a sex worker, it does not matter, bro. Do not commit to these women. Learn from Nick and learn from N3on's mistakes, bro. They're going to put you in a bad spot every time. And I don't have an issue with Nick personally. I really don't. But for him to try to make me look like a bad guy on Bradley's thing as if like I'm some asshole or whatever, bro, I kept it real to your face in private. I didn't say nothing. You didn't have to bring that shit up. Whatever. All right.
Yeah.
You said what we had to say.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
All right. So there we go. That's the end of it. So there we go. We're all done. Like, fucking, I hate snakes too. I really do. And that guy's just a giant snake. That's all he is. Like, you know he's a snake because he says all this stuff, and there's no way to back up what he's saying is true. There's no real way for Myron and Fresh to back up what they're saying is true. So, there's no real, Knicks fans will believe him regardless, and Fresh and Fit fans are going to believe regardless. So, it's also just, snaky and ridiculous. He's just trying to get more clout and, be like, oh, I'm the tough guy who pressed Myron when he called my girl a whore. No, you're not. You bitched out like you did. Because look, based on the pod, you're talking in a passive voice this entire time. You're on the verge of tears, I swear to God, the entire time you were talking about your girl and shit. So no, you didn't press Myron. Because if you had pressed Myron and gotten assholey, he probably would have knocked your ass out and kicked you out. Let's be honest. Anyways, so that's the end of it. That's all I got today. That's my reaction. I was going to do this Monday, but obviously I didn't have time to do it. So I did it today. Make sure you follow me on X at officialwghost. Follow me on Rumble, rumble.com/withghost, as well as my gaming channel, rumble.com/gamingwithghost. Check out my Twitch channel, official, or twitch.tv/officialwithghost. YouTube is with Ghost. Yeah. So make sure you follow me there. I hope you all have a good day. Peace out. And yeah, see you later, guys. And have a great and wonderful day. All right. See ya.